Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine and say hello to Rocco.
Hi, Rocco Gibson here.
Recording artist, chef, yoga instructor, and he's showing us how to start the day on a positive note. And while we're hanging out with Rocco, get ready for a dose of healthy vibes for mind, body, and spirit.
Black pepper. There we go. Bon appetit. I have this very very nasty cough. It started as me just having to clear my throat very regularly. This was yesterday, and then by probably dinner time, that's when it was starting to feel more cough-like. And then I woke up this morning and my voice was affected, and I did have today off because of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which was a blessing. And I had two things that were planned, which I canceled to just take the day and rest. So the main deciding factor as far as what tomorrow is going to look like is how is my voice, and we're going to see how that goes, but I'm sure I'll be busting ass. I kind of sound like a donkey right now. Update. So it's looking more and more like I have the flu. I officially have bronchitis and laryngitis. But you know what? Hey, raspy voices are awesome. Now I have one. I've had 2 days to just rest. My voice is not completely back yet. It's still a little on the hoarse side, but I'm not coughing as much anymore, which is good. I don't have quite a lot of energy, but I was able to get up, do the dishes, and just do a little bit of moving around without, feeling like I needed to lay down, which is a good thing. Spent the past few days watching a couple of good movies, well, bad movies, and that's it. Tomorrow, I'm due to attend 2 meetings in person. I'm seeing if my boss will let me work from home because I don't want to risk spreading anything. I don't know that I'm not still contagious. Haven't heard back from her yet, but that's okay. If I don't hear back from her, then I'm just gonna have to go in, because unless she says, hey, you can work from home, I don't know that that's okay. So I'm waiting for her response to find out whether or not I'll be going in, working on site. I'll be working anyway. I'm feeling well enough to do that, which is great. Back to work. The day wasn't too bad. As it turned out, my boss let me work from home, which was a blessing. And ironically, because I was home, I was actually able to reach out to more members, which was good. So I was able to get higher numbers than I would have otherwise had I actually gone in, because it's back-to-back meetings, and at home, because I was able to just log in from my computer, I had more time in between the meetings to send out emails, texts, things like that. And I will tell you, fortunately, I did not have to use my voice that much. This, meaning talking to you, that's the most talkative that I've been, at least using my voice. We're not talking about texts I've sent out or emails or so forth. So this just has to ride its way out of my system. But yesterday and the day before were awful. Today, it's not like I'm ready to, do a 90-minute yoga practice or anything like that, but I'm up and about. I'm able to do my thing, so I do feel more normal. Don't be afraid to take time to lay back and heal yourself if you can. Not everybody has that option. Not everybody can call out. Fortunately, I have a situation where I am able to. I work for a place that's pretty generous with sick time. So, taking a few days, if you do have something like this going on, is not a big deal for these guys. So that's good. But anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if in 24 hours my voice is completely back.
Okay, let's get this party started. Okay, I think I'm done with round one. That was about maybe 5-6 inches, and there's going to be, well, like I said, we're supposed to get 12 to 18. Here's Johnny! Oh my god, I really am Jack Nicholson in The Shining. My beard is frozen, holy crap! I think I've been out here for about an hour, I'm not really sure, but there's already snow that's starting to build up since when I was last there shoveling, and that's poor Rowena, who's, she's Sleeping Beauty right now, probably a spark plug issue. Okay, round two. All right, gotta clock in for work, so I cannot finish that front sidewalk. At least not yet. Or this front sidewalk. It's okay, the universe is forcing me to take a break. Round two is done for now. But I'm gonna have to come back out here on lunch. I clock out at 12, I get a half hour, I'm working from home. So that's all the time I'm gonna have until 5 o'clock. Living in the Northeast without a snowblower absolutely blows. I have the power! Oh my goodness. So, Jersey Doll, you wear many, many hats. It's so great that
I
you're.
got one of them on right now.
Oh, I love that. And I would love one of those, actually. You are an executive producer for this show, along with Sly Cat, and I could not be more grateful. You've been with Mental Margarita XYZ, and, most significantly for tonight, you have written this little girl, Abby. Um, I have to say, so as soon as I got this copy, I read it right away, and it was a quick read. And I won't talk about too much in the sense of not wanting to give anything away, but
Right.
there was one moment that I just was I sighed when I read it, and I did tear up at one point in this book as well. And as I've mentioned even in the little clip that I did, I don't tear up all that often. So this is a great book. Not only is it adorable, but it's got such a good story. Tell me about it. How did you, what inspired you to write a story, to make a story of this anglerfish?
So, when we're talking to people and things happen in the news, you never know where inspiration is going to come from.
Yeah,
So, and thank you for that beautiful introduction and the beautiful review you did on the book. It was amazing,
of course.
and um, and it is an amazing story. And so earlier in 2025, the first, I think it was around April, there was this story that went viral about this deep sea anglerfish that made her way to the surface and was seen by some scientists in the water off the Spanish Canary Islands.
Hmm.
So my friend Monique calls me. She runs an animal rescue and just has a big heart for animals. So I help sometimes with her and some of her work, and we share this love of animals. So she sends me this story and says, "This is really cool. You should write about it."
Oh,
So I start doing my research and reading a little bit more about how she was found and what the outcome was and what happened. And, everyone was puzzled and they'd never seen one swimming that close to the surface. And the story just came to me. It just came to me all at once. And
yeah.
so over a few months, I just did this flurry of writing. Every night, it seemed like the next chapters came and it took no thought at all. They were just kind of just came right out. So, the story came to life. Now, Slycat did contribute an important piece of the story, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited that it became a focal point on their little journey underwater. So, it's great things that happen take partnership and collaboration. And sometimes it's really wonderful that to not only be able to work with other people on creative projects, but to allow that to be part of the process, because then you truly get to enjoy the full benefit of what happens from it. It really turned into had I not had those two people in my life to contribute to what I was working on, it wouldn't have been so amazing, and it really turned out amazing because of that. So I'm very grateful that the story developed the way it did, and with that came even more inspiration after the book came out. So that's how it started. And then I'm always really conscious about conservation. Years ago in college, decades now, I fell in love with Rachel Carson's work
Hmm.
about the environment and her impact on getting rid of DDT being used in pesticides in fields and farming and saving the birds and the bees and all the things that are important to us that live on our planet. So over the years, I've done work that helped conservation in different ways, humans and for animals. And, I wanted to, when I wrote this story, wanted there to be something, a message that was bigger than just the story itself, but something that could apply to all of us, that we all can learn from and just be reminded that there are other living things that are impacted by our what we do. So that's
Oh,
the gist of the whole story and kind of how it came about and kind of where my mind was at when I put it together.
did you have a sense that maybe the book was kind of had kind of a life of its own as you were writing it?
It evolved really quickly. So, I never question when something comes quick to me. I write music that way too.
Yeah.
So, when a song comes to me so fast and all the words, the music, just it's like a complete package. I call it like a divine download. It comes from something we tap into that we allow ourselves to have access to. And I don't think we do it consciously. It happens in the subconscious,
Yes.
and then it presents itself. So we have to be open to accepting that too, have that frequency open.
What was your favorite part of the book, I have to ask you? And of course, I'm sure we don't want to give anything away, but um, was there one part of the book that really like you'll look back, you'll read it, and you'll be like, wow, that was good. Probably
You
a
know,
lot.
I'm gonna just say briefly, right before the holidays, you had an episode where you talked about the difference between family and relatives.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And not everyone we're related to acts like family. and vice versa,
Correct.
in weird ways. So there's people that we're related to that we're very close to, and others that are not related to us that feel more like family.
Yeah.
So the beautiful part of this story that really was a theme throughout was that as different as all these little sea creatures were, and in size and species and all of that, there was the common bond of love that united them.
Yeah.
So that brought them together, and they each had an important role in not only helping the main character, but just their role as a family of creation, something that just became out of just the course of the events. So that's probably one of the biggest messages that I wanted this book to have, was the unity that comes from us when we are accepting to open to differences, and maybe something that's maybe not normal, or may seem, you know, um, anyone that's seen an anglerfish knows they look ferocious and scary with these giant teeth, and to their prey, of course, they
Yeah.
are.
Scary.
but the idea was that she wasn't scary at all. She just looked that
Mhm.
way. So it reminds
Yeah.
us that though many of us look different and may not be conventional in appearance, um, that we have to look beyond the surface at all times, to find the people that we connect to, and come to love, and be family to. So so that families can be born out of differences, and that's really the where I was going with that. And my favorite part of the book was seeing them all connect.
Yeah. The one part that I was just like, wow. The clip that I did, family versus relatives, basically. Um, in the beginning, Marco, the adorable jellyfish, says to Abby, I feel really bad because I don't have any family to look for me. Then a little bit later, he gets lost. All of them are looking for him the way um the way family would. I read that and I sighed. I was like, oh. So yeah, I mean, beautifully written. Absolutely. And this will become a video game. This is not just a book. This is branching out into a few different directions, including a puppet, which I want the puppet. We can
The
talk about
puppet's going to be fun. That's going to be something that actually was born. We had a guest on one of the other shows, North, South, East, and West, the LB Puppet Studio. I'm going to give a shout out to John Tomasello in Las Vegas.
great.
He is the puppet master, and is going to be building a custom puppet that will look like Abby. And she's going to
Oh,
be able to travel with me when we go and introduce the
one
book
big
to
puppet.
groups.
Okay, got it, got
Hmm.
it. All right.
So
Oh,
that we can all kind of interact and see her and touch her, and kind of feel the story that way. And
oh,
so
oh.
that's going to be really fun. The video game, I wanted there to be, I didn't want it to end with the book. I wanted there to
Mhm.
be more interaction, and really be able to have the characters we can connect to them in a different kind of way. So
Ah,
um the game is in development. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like an underwater adventure. That's a series of
mhm.
levels, and obstacles, and escaping predators, and different things that happen in the book will also happen in the game. So it's a way for all of us of all ages to embrace our inner child, and kind of enjoy the story in a different capacity. So, and
Well,
then my ultimate dream is for it to become an animated film. So I'm
yeah, and
getting
I mean, look at everything that's happened from the moment you had the idea to now we're talking about it. People are reading it and enjoying it. And so how can it not happen? I think it's just a matter of when. I also want to say that I got very attached to to all the characters, but especially Abby. So, without giving anything away, I'm very happy that I'll be able to have Abby on the screen.
Yes, the when it's all said and done, it'll be out on Google Play for people to be able to download. That's really exciting because I want it to be accessible to anybody and everybody and all ages. There's also an opportunity for artists to be able to submit music. They want to be part of the video game, so that's a fun element too. And Abby's going to have her own theme song. We've already written it, just need to put it down in the
Yeah.
studio. And I'm really excited about that. And it is a song about the theme of the book, which is finding a family um, in the unexpected places. So, it's I'm excited. I mean, there's just a lot of things to be excited about, and it's just one little piece of the puzzle of the bigger things that the Mental Margarita XYZ is
I
doing.
once again just want to say what a great piece this is. And it's quite an honor to be able to, to be working with the person who created this. Thank you for putting something, yet another good thing out into the world. And I'm sure there's plenty more of Abby to come.
There's another one in the works that's going to be a lot of fun. So we want to put out positivity into the world and enlarge our circle of good things that we're responsible for in this world and in this life. So um, that's what I want to share and leave behind for people, is something good and wonderful and positive.